Hello and welcome to Good Game, the show for gamers, by gamers. I'm Junglist.
I'm Kapowski. This week we previewed two huge titles, Neverwinter Nights 2 and Destroy All Humans 2. And it's that time again, Roffle Cup. This time it's in Battlefield 2.
That's right, myself and Argonaut pit our Battlefield 2 team against the AEF, one of Australia's top clans.
But first, here's Gamers News.
Good game.
Goal! Jake Mitchell, aka Runaway, who recently gave a Good Game masterclass in FIFA 06, has competed at this year's World Cyber Games, held in Monza, Italy. Unfortunately, he failed to qualify for the final rounds of the tournament. German Daniel Schelhass, aka Hero, won the trophy and the $25,000 prize money. No Australian player made it through the qualifying rounds in any of the games at this year's WCG. Not surprisingly, Korean players dominated in StarCraft, taking out first, second, and third place. And the Polish team Pentagram won the Counter-Strike 1.6 title, with Sweden and Finland taking the minor placings.
EA have signed an agreement with advertising giant IGA, allowing the use of dynamic in-game advertising in EA's games. At least two of the titles to feature the new content are Need for Speed Carbon and Battlefield 2142.
Controversy exploded earlier, however, when gamers read a leaflet included in the retail version of Battlefield 2142. The leaflet said that IGA would record users' IP addresses, as well as other anonymous information, in order to provide more accurate in-game advertising. The act was denounced on many gaming sites and forums as spyware.
IGA Chief Executive Officer Justin Townsend has stated that the software will not collect any personally identifiable information, and that they will be using in-game advertising simply as a method of increasing brand exposure. Kapowski?
Spyware, adware, or innocent in-game advertising. Whatever you choose to call it, there's no doubt that the scandal has created even more skeptics towards a shaky 2142 release.
Universal Studios and 20th Century Fox have pulled out of production of the Halo movie. It's assumed the budget of over $140 million has influenced the studio's decision, as well as the refusal by the project's producer, Peter Jackson, and Microsoft to lower their percentage of the potential profits.
The Halo universe is probably the best place for us to start. Now, it's not Halo 3 or 4, it's not the film, but it is based on that amazing world.
Microsoft have announced they will continue to work with Peter Jackson to get the movie off the ground.
This week we'll be looking at power supplies. With ever more powerful computers comes an increased need for juice with which to run them. The cornerstone power supply is the 250 watt, but power supplies range right up to the 1.1 kilowatt Goliaths. An average computer these days uses between 300 and 350 kilowatts, but some gaming machines might need up to a 600 watt power supply. When figuring out what power supply you need, there are many different guides and recommendations given by all manner of people. As a general rule, I'd go for about a 480 watt PSU from a reputable brand, which should provide enough headroom to upgrade in the future. If you think you'll need more than this, consider 550 or 600 watts. Any more than this is reserved for quad SLI users or people who want to use water or Peltier cooling. We have a 750 watt PSU, as we have a dual-core CPU, a modern powerful graphics card, and water cooling. 750 watts provides us with enough power should we wish to upgrade to a dual graphics card solution in the future. To install the power supply into your computer, carefully slide it into its position above the motherboard. Once the PSU is in place, screw the PSU to the back of the case, making sure that each screw is tightened properly. You don't want 5 kilos of power supply crushing the rest of your components when you move the computer. Plug the PSU's cables into the matching plugs on the motherboard. They only go in one way around, so don't force them if they won't go. If your graphics card has a power connector on it, make sure to connect the correct power cable to it, or else it won't function correctly. Next week, we'll look at hard drives, optical drives, and the big question of whether to use a floppy drive.
Good game.
Hey gamers, can you name the game for this week? It's just an audio clip and we're gonna let Peanuts dance his moves to the track. That's right, answers at the end of the show.
Good game.
Whoa!
How'd you do that?
Crypto showed me the light.
Destroy all humans.
Close, destroy all humans too.
I still got the juice, baby.
It moves from the 50s era to the 60s. It's a time of free love, baby. And it's got heaps of commies, army men, and hippies running around the map.
Sounds groovy.
Just like the original, the aim of the game is the same. Kill humans. The graphics in the game are very good, but what's better is the voice acting. Crypto sounds so much like Jack Nicholson, and it's full of quirky and amusing comments. I love the humor.
You might try mind scanning the local inhabitants.
Right on. Leave it to me, Poxy. Persuasion's my specialty.
Don't I know it?
One thing I did find annoying though was just the one camera angle. It's in third-person view the whole game.
Yeah, I agree. The game could have really benefited from a choice of camera angles, possibly even a first-person angle. But then again, it is an adventure game, so we'd leave it at that. Yeah, though Crypto had some pretty cool skills like mind reading, telekinesis, and also body snatch, so he could disguise himself from the public.
Don't forget going in the flying saucer. That was cool, abducting humans and destroying buildings.
But what was cooler was insulting hippies. But don't insult the hippies too much because you can lose your mission, which was pretty cool. It does make the game a little bit more challenging. Another thing, Jung, did you know this game was largely produced in Australia?
Is that Pandemic Studios, Brisbane?
Right on the money. And we actually got to catch up with Derek Proud from Pandemic Studios. Here's what he had to say.
We have a whole bunch of alien artifacts that are scattered around the levels. And as you collect them, it unlocks new things from the bonus areas of the start menu. So we've got such stuff as all our concept art from the game, all the evolution of Crypto and Orthopox, and our new character Gastro. Cryptosporidium 138, as he is in this game, has the use of his genitalia back. So, it's the 60s. It's free love. He's got his furor on. He's got his mojo back, and he's ready to rock and roll. We are doing a second soundtrack. We have got a whole slew of artists who sound like they're from the 60s. I mean, we've got these, people like the Red Walls and Nick Armstrong and the Thieves. These guys just sound brilliant and are perfect for our 60s sounding soundtrack. We've been able to improve upon the graphics and the frame rate of the first game. We're really pushing the Xbox and the PS2 to their utmost limit, and we really felt like we wanted to do one more game on these systems.
So, Jung, let's talk rubber chickens.
Well, I can't give it any rubber chickens to preview, but I found the game overly simple, just the one camera angle, and very, very similar, too similar to the original game.
I agree, the camera angle was a bit lacking, but I thought it was a very fun game, a lot of humor, so it's incredibly funny. So if you're a fan of Destroy All Humans, it's definitely worth buying.
Don't forget, gamers, get working on your competition entries. The beast here could be yours.
That's right, all you have to do is make a game-related segment for Good Game, and this is what some dude did for us.
Hi, this is Ratman, and welcome to Good Game, the show by gamers, for gamers.
Now that guy didn't think we were going to show that.
Remember to visit the Good Game website, all the competition info's there, and most importantly, good luck! And the winner of the Good Game shirt for this week is...
Every week from now, we'll be showing some Aussie-made machinima created by Pie Full of Blackbird Studios. And the director is Andrew here. Andrew, thanks for joining us on Good Game. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Nice reversal of the question there. And what made you decide to get into machinima to start with?
Interesting question. I saw a bunch of machinima online, like Red versus Blue and another one called Silver Bells and Golden Spurs. Thought that was very cool. I really like the speed with which you can do animation now using machinima. You don't have to wait for render times. You don't have to get massive big RAID systems and sort of render it all out and animate it yourself. You can just tailor the story to what you want, which is very cool.
And have you had any prior training or higher education to help you?
Not explicitly with machinima, but I've got a background in film production and things, worked on a lot of video clips and ads and film and things like that. So that all helped, knowing how to edit and sort of make a story actually work.
And you're going to be using a lot of games to make the new series called The Team. Mm-hmm. How are you going to capture the footage and edit it?
Well, that's actually, well, it depends on what the system is we're doing. So if we're doing a console-based system, what we do is we put a camera or a deck between the console and the TV. So we run it through so that you can capture it to DV tape. And then you run it into an editing system, which people can do at home using like iMovie or a PC-based basic editing system. But if you're doing a computer-based game, then you have to screen capture all of it, which you have to get a vision switcher, which you can get from like a handy store like Dick Smith or whatever. Yeah.
Are there any programs that help you as well?
Some people use Cracks, I think they're called, or
Fraps.
Fraps, sorry, yeah, but I've got no experience in that, so I'm not quite sure what that would involve.
Wow, sounds like a lengthy process.
Yeah, well, it takes about a week to make, 2 minutes.
All right, well, we should take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Ep 1, The Team.
In the hills of Nazarelia lives a man who knows the secrets of earth and hell. Dwarves and beasts cuddle around him looking for answers and seeking out the lights of truthful dynasty. But today, the man is not home. Today, he's out watching The Team. So these are the Southern Heights social football team, the Fighting Squirrels. And now, a quick introduction of everybody on the team. You get to know everyone over the course of the series, but for now, a quick whip around the ground. So that's Simon. He's in the army. Also in the army, that's Oscar. Oscar's an undercover agent from ASIO who has been sent to watch Simon. We'll tell you why in a minute. As for the other players, this is Virginia. Virginia saw the Amanda Burns film She's the Man and thought that she too could play soccer on a men's team. She's falling for Simon. Coincidentally, Simon thinks Oscar is possibly coming on to him, so he's a little wary of all the apparently male attention he's getting. Looks like that's our love plot. Otherwise, who else is there? Ah, that's Benedict. He's a hot Puerto Rican. His girlfriend Emily works as a WWF wrestler and as an interior designer. She's a badass. And that's Ivan. He's a Sagittarius who enjoys long walks on the beach. He's also an undercover cop who has a penchant for hookers. More about him later. This week, we're all about Simon. So that's Simon. He's in the army, as we said. Having been shot 14 times on the first exercise he ever went on, Simon now works in logistics, where he's also not very good. A lot of people don't seem to want anything he has to offer.
Would you like to buy a gun? It does this. No, don't worry, it's not broken. It goes back up. How about a grenade?
And he still gets shot sometimes. Meanwhile, back in the forests of Nazarelia, the man to whom the animals look for courage and guidance has still not returned. He's probably getting a kebab. Will it be a chicken one? Will the characters we've introduced like crazy this week fall in love, go on adventures and live out exciting lives which you just can't help but get addicted to hearing about? Will Simon keep being shot? Find out next week on The Team.
Oh. Play us for the Roffle Cup. The AEF.
We've been challenged, man. We gotta go.
Simon, I've got a war on. I've got to practice.
A war?
Yeah.
This is important, man. This is for the show.
No, I can't do it. I've got to practice, please.
All right, I'll take Argonaut. You can war in DDR?
Of course you can, you nub. Go!
Here we go, Bob. We got two players, it looks like, defending construction. AEF making their assault now. But Bob, it looks like AEF are doing a huge armoured vehicle push straight up the middle of the map towards the TV station, with GG Boy just stopping to take a few shots at Timo.
Yeah, GB Boy could not resist.
Here it comes now, Kugel with an APC bringing towards the right-hand side. Oh, it's very tricky up over the rough edge of the map here, Bob. Let's see what
looks
Kugel
like
can
it's
do.
a push straight on the TV towers. Are the GG guys going to be ready for this? Because this could cause a lot of trouble for them.
And Kugel's flipped the vehicle and they've all piled out. Here they go. We've got an early assault here on the TV station. It's AEF trying to backdoor the Good Game team at the moment. Junglist coming in the front door. They've heard the call. Get back to the TV station. AEF's at the TV station. Junglist cut down in the fire by Masterclass Kugel.
He was caught between two guys. Normally it's a good situation for Junglist, but this time it wasn't.
And the AEF team are all over construction. They've got that easily, Bob. Construction's well and truly in the AEF bank now. And we've got it's Frankie at the back of the office here, Bob. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, Frankie in the Humvee. Oh, he's taking out Skonos. He's defending the office because here comes AEF. Five guys on assault.
Hey, Skonos.
Oh, that nice little quad there from Frankie, but GB Boy swings the big turret around, takes him down, and the office is under heavy assault from AEF.
So you think you're doing pretty good in a Humvee, Bob, but that's until GB Boy rocks up in a tank. GG trying desperately here to defend the office. They've got players swarming over it at the moment. AEF coming in very, very strong. Mad Mock takes out Jimmy as well. Baron wins in the tank, takes out Grand Flavor for the Good Game team. He's doing an awesome
tank
job.
On tank again, EJ. Look at them behind. They're using the buildings quite well to hide behind as they let it go. But there goes Junglist with his rocket-propelled grenade right into the tank of GB Boy. Now he's hiding in a bit of smoke. Oh, there's another one. Junglist.
And Junglist did it. Junglist takes out GB Boy with the anti-tank. So the tank master, Bob, shut down by the mighty Junglist. Construction's in their control. Office is next on the agenda for them. The American flag still flying high on the office at the moment, but it's not going to be for much long. Watchdog has spawned on top of inertia there. Great work. AEF using every tactic in BF2. Junglist firing in there with the anti-tank, trying to stop them getting the flag, but they're all over it like a rash. And it is the GG team inertia trying to slow them down at the moment. And he's doing his best, Bob, but he's like a lone man, a one-man army trying to stop AEF. He's got Junglist backing him up, though. Junglist on the rampage. Junglist, check it out.
Anti-tank versus anti-tank. Junglist cops a bit of his own medicine. Good Game have got a bit of a scrambled defense happening.
They do indeed. Good Game falling right back here to defend this TV station. They're on a heavy bleed at the moment. Stoner's picking up another there. That was inertia. Mecca from AEF takes out the Good Game. Jimmy. Good game, Bob. Hits it back into their office now. No, it is not. It's the TV station. Argonaut gets a kill. Go Argonaut.
In the meantime,
Silver Wolf picks up a triple.
Two of them are team kills.
Classy play by Silver Wolf. Baron wins with a double with the tank again. He is definitely holding his head high here on the Good Game team tonight. He's showing by example, Bob, what needs to be done, and he's about to teach Scoons a lesson. And he does. Scoons in the MG pit just gets blasted. And AEF now making their way into the TV station. Junglist is the lone man defending the flag here. What's he going to do, Bob?
He has got his rocket power grenade. He's taken a shot down at GB Boy. Now he's ducked down out of the way. Proning. GB Boy has backed the tank out of the way. And here comes AEF. They are downstairs and they are pushing up. Mecca about to come in up the stairwells. Let's see if he can get in here, because Junglist is not facing the right way.
No, Junglist defending the flag. He knows what the score is all about. The captain, the last man, last line of defence for the GG team. And Junglist just got TK'd by Insomniac's Dream. He was doing his job. He's holding his flag. And then what do you know? He gets destroyed. Now we've got a player up at the flag here from AEF.
Yep.
Who's that, Bob?
It's Scones. He's up at the flag. And he's just laying down some, looks like maybe some C4 there. So anyone that walks in...
Oh, C4 kill on Frankie.
Mecca, though, he's just walked in there. It's Christmas for Mecca.
It is indeed. They're raining bullets down at the moment. There is C4 defending the door, though. Mecca's going to have to be careful if he wants to come out and try and ninja this flag.
He's coming back towards the flag now. Oh, he stepped on it!
Oh, C4 explosion. Mecca is no more, and look at that. He's hanging from his foot from the rafters. That's a photo you want to send home to your mum. Mum, here's me on holiday at the TV station, hanging by my foot. Argonaut gets knifed in the back. Crashy, ladies and gentlemen, collecting a kidney for his souvenir kit, and it's the Argonaut kidney.
It's not looking good for GG as AEF have got 3 guys up to this flag area. It's going to start capturing. The flag lead is on, and it is all over as AEF have managed to take out this Roffle Cup.
Good game.
Hot stuff, hot stuff. Oh, don't worry, mate. Better luck next time.
Yeah, at this rate, we'll probably win a Roffle Cup at about season 6.
Hey, it's all progress. I'll know something that'll cheer you up. How about we talk about Neverwinter Nights 2?
Ah, good idea. Now, for those of you who don't know, Neverwinter Nights is an RPG very popular, released in 2002. It was based on the Dungeons and Dragons rule set, and it had an enormous mod scene.
Yeah, but gamers had their gripes though, like the poor graphics and the really lame storyline.
All of which has been improved upon in number 2. The graphics, storyline, multiplayer, toolset, engine, it's all improved, but at a cost. Mid-range PCs will struggle through this game. It's worth it though. The spell animations are cool, the music is top-notch.
You 3 stay out of this. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, but you gotta ask yourself, what's the point of having these fantastic graphics if you know you're gonna turn them down anyway?
Yeah, good point. And look, another feature of the game is that everything you do affects what kind of character you are and how people see you. So if you do a lot of evil acts, good people aren't as likely to help you out, and vice versa. And you can't please everyone all the time.
Yeah, but you've had a heap of experience in games like Dungeons and Dragons before. I found that for a person like me that doesn't play these games, it was such a huge, steep learning curve. And the character customization as well was so fiddly. It's just too much.
You're right about that, but that's why they've got the recommend button. It chooses all the stats for you.
But look, I don't want to press recommend. It's like I'm admitting I'm a noob.
You are a noob. And besides, we're forgetting the main feature of the game here, which is that everything is moddable. You can create your own worlds, your own scenarios, your own adventures. They've given you a huge tool set. In fact, they've given you every single tool that they use to make the main campaign in the game.
That's one thing I do agree on, actually. The modding, where it gives you heaps of replay value. And, you know, it's got a lot of flexibility in the game as well. You can do a lot of different things, so yeah, I like that as well.
Exactly, and you know, they've bumped up the multiplayer aspect of the game as well, and they've given additional support for people that want to host their own Neverwinter Nights 2 servers.
Yeah, it's all good, but it's not going to be for everyone. But then again, neither is any RPG game.
Well, what's your final verdict then?
The replay value is very good, and overall it's an okay game, but the graphics, yeah, if you've got a low-range PC, don't even bother buying the game. So what about you, Jung?
Well, look, it's a preview, so we can't give any rubber chickens out for this one, but look, if you're a D&D fan, if you're a modder, if you're a fantasy buff, get excited. They've listened to the feedback. You will have fun with this game. Just in case you didn't know the retro game for this week yet, it was Double Dragon, released in 1987 by Technos Studios in Japan. It was loosely based on Bruce Lee films such as Enter the Dragon.
Well done to anyone that got that one right. Now that's all we have time for this week. Next week we're spending some time in Age of Empires 3. We've got a masterclass, and it's with 2 of the top ranked players in the world.
Who are Aussies, no less.
Plus, you loved them the first time, now we've got them back. It's Jeremy and Carl from Pure Ownage.
And in a Good Game exclusive...
No. World exclusive.
We've got the real Jeremy and the real Kyle. Their names and how Pure Ownage all began.
Hi, this is Jeremy from Pure Ownage, and I own you at Good Game.
We'll catch you online. Kapowski out.
Junglist out. Have you seen episode 12 of Pure Energy yet, man?
No, but I've been so keen to find out the real guys' names.
Look it up, dude. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.